I am turned up. That was
Turned
some
up.
good episodes. Hey, let's get it. Let's
We
get it.
here. We here. This is it. This is what you came for. Episodes 8 through 10. Rhythm and Flow season 2. Netflix. It's your girl, My Desire in the building. Of course, the one and only Denny C23.
What's going on?
Uh, it's gonna be hard tonight, y'all. I just gotta warn y'all because I'm on one. Okay, I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. My pot been simmering on the stove because I got mad things to talk about, and I'm not cursing. Okay, I gave up curse words
Oh,
for the new year starting now. So I'm gonna have to
ooh.
really use my vocabulary. All right.
Let's see. Let's see
So
where this goes. If you slip
let's
up,
just
it's okay. All right.
it's if I slip up, it's $1 in the jar. So I'm you know what I mean? I'm like trying to
Oh,
hold
oh,
on
oh,
to
oh,
it.
oh, wow. You
Feel
got
me?
a whole swear jar
Oh,
too?
oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
All
The
right.
fiance was like, "Well, what's the point if you're not gonna like get a consequence for it?" And I was like,
Oh,
"That's kind of
makes sense. All right. Let's
all
get
right."
into these episodes
So
though.
based off of last episode, picking up where we left off, we said right that Yoshi,
Yeah, and TP.
Tia
That's
P were
yeah,
gonna be on the chopping block.
that's a
Lo
fact.
and behold, both Yoshi and Tia P went home.
I'm not
Now,
gonna front though. I liked TP's whole thing. Like it was smooth, it was dope. Like I don't know. It gave her, and I respect that. Like
yeah, I
so
mean, but I feel like Yoshi and
nah, Yoshi messed up though.
Detroit Diamond,
Uh,
and I feel like they've all been authentic to themselves. You see what I'm saying?
okay, in that regard. I get you.
So, but TFP was just very different from everybody else. And I think that this whole entire season, I'm not going to lie to you, somebody could come for me all they want. Trash, garbage, basura. Compared to season one, I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling it. And I wanted so much more, and I don't feel like I actually got it. But
If we if
nonetheless,
we if we're being honest, I'm gonna have to agree. Like if we're comparing it to season one, the artistry just seems lacking. Maybe it's like the times has changed as far as what
this is
people want to
true.
hear and like what people are looking for when they're producing and when they're doing this and that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of hard to like say it's completely trash if that's what people like. But however, for me, it could have been so much better. How about that? It could have been better.
It could have been, yeah, okay, I'll take that back. I won't call it basura and trash, but I will say it could have been better. I think because we waited so long, right? Because
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like season one came out about 3, 4 years ago. So, times have changed. The rap game is completely different.
Right.
But I just wanted something that said like, yo, you really stood out from the masses. And because I mean, think about it. We talking about D Smoke and Flawless, but we talking like who all has happened or has really popped since then too, right? So
Yeah.
for me, it's like it's just the it factor. Like I'm not a huge fan of Glorilla and Sexy Red because I don't know their music like that, but I can tell why people are the presence that they have, that they capture the audience. So for
Right.
me, it's like this is
Wait.
what's
So you not a fan of Glorilla?
listen, I'm I'm
I can
I'm a
understand
I'm
Sexy
an
Red.
80s baby. Like
Her lyrical content be a little bit raunchy, so I get that. So, but Glorilla, like I think you're doing yourself a disservice
well,
by
find
not.
me a song to listen to for Glorilla and I'll listen to it.
I got you. I got a few.
So yeah.
This
So, so unfortunately TFP and Yoshi
Yoshi.
went home. Yoshi definitely crashed out. Did not particularly like the attitude that she had. We discussed that,
Yeah.
and it just felt like she did not know how to kind of reel it in.
Right.
Um, and also, I just don't feel like it was the most creative. I just felt like it was blah, blah blah blah. So
All
I
right.
wanted
Well,
more. I
I,
definitely wanted more.
definitely. But who? So the next one was collaboration, right?
Mm-hmm.
So collaborations, I feel like this challenge everyone was looking forward to. We was like, oh, I wonder who they got this season because last season they went hard. Like, keep comparing. Why we do that, I don't know, but we're gonna keep doing it because we people. And I feel like 3 out of the 5 people got good artists to collaborate with.
Yes, I will agree with you.
I feel like they got artists that complemented their sound well, artists that complemented their message well, complemented their image, whatever the case may have been. I feel like honestly, Dre TL and Sarah Ali got put into like the craziest like matchup with the
Yeah,
collaboration. Like I've never heard these songs.
me
Well,
neither.
I
I
heard
think,
the one with Dre TL was the Dance 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 song. I heard that one. That was trending for a
right,
while.
but we're talking about Mariba. So let's go down the list real quick. So for the match, for the features, we have J Taj featuring, or let me rephrase that. So Lucky Day
Lucky Day.
featuring J Taj, and this is the song Over, which is also a remix, right? Because that's originally Music Soul Child's song. Then we have Honey Baby
Mm-hmm.
with Jazz with an X, and I believe that song was Touching, right?
Yes.
And then we have Josh Levi with JTL, which is the Dance 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 song or
Right.
birthday dance song. Then we have Mariba with Surah Ali. Um, and that was the one that you was talking about, which was
Black
the
Truck.
Matte Black Truck, right? Yeah.
And
And
that
then it
one,
was
I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard that song. I feel like I want to go and listen to that song so I can hear what it's supposed to sound
what's
like.
supposed to sound like?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then last
'Cause-
but not least, we got BJ the Chicago Kid with Detroit Diamond. Now, obviously, some of these artists we are very familiar with. Of course, for me personally, BJ the Chicago Kid, Lucky Day, Honey Baby. Those are and that's really what we mentioned, right? We understood those three. But then when you had Josh Levi and Mariba, we were like, okay, like who are these people? Because we're not gonna lie. I feel like they did get the short end of the stick because season one had some bangers. You had Janae
Right.
Aiko. I think you even had Miguel, if I'm not mistaken. So like,
You had Todd Dolla Sign. Can we talk about it? Like
yeah,
my man's ate with the Todd Dolla Sign. I'm not
he
gonna
did. He
lie.
did. So, and the
But
BJ the Chicago Kid song was "Liquor Store in the Sky."
yeah,
So, you know, we were expecting some of these to be bangers for sure,
right.
to like blow us out the water. So let's talk
Jay-
about first step. Oh, and also D Smoke makes a appearance. He's their mentor to help them through this stage because obviously he knocked it out the park. And I will say too, I feel like the visuals for these performances was not really hitting like that. Not like how again, it's really hard to not go back and look at season one because you're thinking about, man, they really came with the artistry, they came out the box, they came
I'm
prepared.
starting to question the budget, man. Like, did they not put enough into
This
the
is what
budget?
I'm saying. But come on, Netflix is making guap. Like there's no reason why Rhythm and Flow wouldn't have the budget it had the year before, or maybe people were unavailable. This I don't know. It came out around the
True.
holidays. I don't know.
This is true.
Hey.
Uh,
Um so J Taj and Lucky Day, for me, this is a song that I'm very familiar with. I love this song, could play it on repeat, right? And the original version is just fire. Now you did
right.
say you had some thoughts on Lucky Day's performance. So
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
wanna
lie. With Lucky Day, I was so excited. I was like, yes, we get a free Lucky Day performance. You feel me?
mm-hmm.
And my man did not show up. He didn't warm up his vocals, something, whatever he needed to do, he did not do that. And that was very, very crazy because I feel Jay Taj came in and saved the fucking song, saved the
Mm,
performance. And it was
mm,
like that spoke volumes not only on Jay Taj, but on Lucky Day. It's like, dude, you a professional.
yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was
I expected more, but But I can't lie, J Todd definitely for me what I put was that he just melted onto the beat. Like it sounded like he belonged there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? For real, it sounded like he belonged there. And that was the highlight. I don't think it didn't really like blow you out the water, but it just felt like a song that was well put together that was an original
right.
in my point of view.
That's a fact. And I feel like with Jay Taj, that gave him so much of an edge, in my opinion. Well, it should have given him so much of an edge, in my opinion, because like for the artist of the song to not perform the song as well as the person who was last minute featured on the song, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy to me.
I
But
mean, yeah, it is.
how did you feel about
All
his
right.
performance? You thought he did his thing?
Lucky Day? Nah, I wanted more. I definitely
He,
wanted more.
he, oh,
Considering
he
I'm a fan, like I wanted more. But I've been saying I want more since the season started, so I don't know. Default setting. But I
like,
do think that
oh, never mind. I'm gonna keep that to myself for now.
yeah, mind your business. Chill. I already know you was on. But yeah, I just felt like I felt like he just could have brought it a little bit more.
Hmm.
And but J Taj did do for what the request was, right? What the challenge was, J Taj did his thing. And at
Right,
this point, we're like, okay, they're starting off good. This is
right.
dope. And of course, up next, we got your girl, your fave, which is uh well, actually, I don't know if she came up next.
No, she didn't come up next.
No, I
It
think it was
was
Detroit Diamond.
Detroit Diamond was next. Yeah,
Yeah.
Detroit Diamond, and
And BJ the Chicago Kid.
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie with that performance. I liked it, but I felt it was not it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel also the show artists outshine the real artists.
I can't give you that.
I feel like I feel like she she did what she was gonna do.
Yeah, so here's the thing. First of all,
It was
I've
like
heard
hold on, I'm sorry.
no,
But I
you go
just feel
ahead.
it was like she gave just enough, but then didn't give enough at the end. You know what I mean? Like the verse itself was good, but then the
Mm-hmm.
ad libs and stuff she tried to do fell flat to me. I think that's really what it was.
No, yeah, I will agree with you about that. So I've seen BJ the Chicago Kid in person. His voice is phenomenal. I mean, seriously, it really is. It's his authentic, raspy, kind of like sultry voice. But
Yeah.
I feel like here's my thing with Diamond. I just felt like the wordplay wasn't there. Yes, we know that you lost your brother. Like, yes, we know that you started rapping for his legacy, and this is something that you wanted to do for him. Give me more wordplay. Don't just give it was like a summary of my brother passed away, since
Okay.
19 I've been struggling. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't the storytelling lacked. If I so basically,
I could feel it.
basically.
I could feel that.
So it to me it's just like one of those things where it's like I just again I wanted so much more for these performances. I wanted passion. I wanted I just wanted that heat to come, and it just seemed like the water just started to boil with some of these artists, and you couldn't get the full. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah.
it feels. That's
Yeah.
that's that's how it feels.
That's facts, man.
So next up we got JTL. How was you feeling about JTL's matchup? We knew he had Jose Levi with Birthday Dance. You said that you've heard the song before, but
I'm not gonna lie, Dre TL showed up, man, and I was very impressed by Dre TL's performance because
mhm,
I felt like he stumbled. He kind of started off a little shaky, but I felt once he felt the energy, he kind of got in his bag, you know. And I was like, you know what? I see why he stuck around. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like,
mhm,
okay. In that moment, I'm like, wow, I see it. I see it. Like he made it fit him.
right.
And I don't dance and all that. But I'm gonna talk my shit the way I talk my shit, and he did that well. And I was like, you know what? Gotta respect it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting to see the backstory, how he talked about being nervous, forgetting his words the day before rehearsal, trying to figure out how to be like Levi instead of being himself, and then seeing his performance blown out the water. It's like, oh, like you know how to make a comeback, you know how to pull up basically and show
Mhm.
out. And I think that's what we like about him is that yes, he doesn't sound necessarily like anything we've heard before, so he has that. But we also said that he was giving a little bit of Little Baby, but to see him like really come out, I feel like that was one of his better verses, in my opinion,
I agree.
so far on the show. So
I definitely agree.
yeah, so not surprised that he had the outcome that he had essentially for this particular challenge.
I agree.
So
I feel
yeah,
like good job, Drake TL, on this challenge. That was definitely
yeah,
it. Uh,
agreed. And you got one of your favorite girls up next.
who was next? It was Jazz with an X.
Mm-hmm.
With an X. I ain't
With
gonna
Honey
lie.
Baby.
Honey Baby. Oh my God. Listen. First of all, Honey Baby is fire. God.
Yeah, her voice, absolutely, absolutely
Voice
stunning.
fire. God. She
Yeah,
showed up. They showed up together. They held hands and woke niggas down. And that's
they
what I
did.
and they walked. That was the best performance of the night.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Best performance of the night. I feel seamless. The chemistry
Mm-hmm.
between them was real. You could tell Jasmine the next had to get out her comfort zone a little bit, but it
But she
worked.
did it well. She did it like it was nothing to her. The
Right.
the flow was like butter, bro. It just
And and you can tell that it was just good chemistry, good vibes. I was like,
yeah,
this. She
yeah.
was.
I definitely like that.
Started getting into
Absolutely
her
agree with
bag a
you.
little bit, got low and all that. I'm like, okay, I see you.
Listen, we
I s-
talk about the drag out with the microphone. You see what I'm saying? The getting the sexy, the twerking a little something something on baby, honey baby. It was just like, yo, okay, who is this person? And that's what I was talking about throughout the episode, like the growth. You can see who she's actually turning into, and that was something that stood out for me because I was like, yo, this is really dope. This is fire.
she was a great
So
episode, man, and I love that. She was staying
yeah.
authentic, staying true, and yeah, performance of the night for me, hands down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then of course, we have Sarah Ali, who
I feel mm, Sarah Ali. I loved her approach to it because the song was so unorthodox. She had to make the song fit her in a way. You know what I
mhm,
mean? And I feel like she executed properly because even when she defended herself against them, like, yo, y'all not listening to the lyrics. It's deeper than it's about how this and that. And I was like, I respect that.
here's the
Because
thing. I want to, and because we have the opportunity, right? This is one of the great things about having Tone. Shout out to Tone, who's been with us for this entire ride. We want to say thank you for definitely holding it down. Tone is like our production manager, if you will. Like she keeps us on time. If we forget something, she's got the notes. So I just want to say thank you. But I need you to like Google that song for me real quick, so and tell me what the chorus is or the first verse is or something so that I can just see. Because I'm thinking to myself, right? I don't feel like Mariba actually that's what the song is actually about. And here's why. I was just paying attention to kind of like the way that these people were yesing and no, you know what I'm saying? Like for most of the part when they were asking like,
how is it
oh, so
working?
how do you yes, exactly. Exactly. Um so this is what Tone has got for us. It says, I've been through the fire. I felt embers down my spine and I've said, world, would you please have some mercy on me? Or could you please lift the curse on me? I said, you always did like it the hard way since you was a kid. Look at the scars on your leg, you keep choosing the wild road. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, so it's not off. It's not off for her interpretation.
It, it's definitely off. Are you serious? Right?
What you
Come
mean?
on.
She said it's about being in a dark place and making it out.
Okay. That part I'll give her, but the rest of that, no. Because what Sarah
And
Ali,
I feel what she did was she took that part and then remixed it to her dog.
I feel like she got too dark, which is what Luda was saying.
Ah,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
so
look,
she was
because
supposed
this
to
is
uplift the song instead of
yes,
going with the vibes of
yes.
the
You
song.
went no, not going. Like you could have stayed. She could have still stayed dark. We've heard songs before that are dark, but they transition into the light. I don't feel like she lit. I don't feel like she did that. I feel like she brought the song down, and I think Luda was being nice in regards to how he gave her the criticism. But I do think that it was too dark. And again, we love to hear y'all opinions. So please, this is the finale. This is the last episodes. So let us know how you thinking in the comments. Let us know how you feel. What did you think about the performances up till now? Because we haven't gotten further in. But what do you think about these performances? But I don't feel like, here's the thing. Sarah does not seem like she has wiggle room, right? Like you see what I'm saying? I don't want you to change completely who you are. I just want you to be able to adapt. And she did not give adaptation. She did not. She gave, this is who I am, this is who I'm going to be, take me as I am. That's it. And that period. And going into the
Yeah,
creative world like that, I just don't feel like that is, you know what I'm saying? And then she did that too. Like Tone
I
said,
feel
she
like
literally rapped over Shorty coming into the song. And I was like, this is crazy.
but people do that in songs sometimes.
Yeah, but you're not a big time artist to be rapping over nobody, bro. If Drake does it, it's cool. Like it's different. You know what I'm saying? But you, come on, bro. Like, come on. Come on. I was rooting for her. Don't get me wrong. I'm just thinking like from what we've seen on her throughout the show, it was given like da 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 da. Like
He was
it was a
giving diva,
real.
like it was giving diva already, and she ain't making no way. Is that
Yeah,
what
I
you?
mean, and we can get to that part because it popped up in the last episode, did it not? Did the diva not come out? Exactly my point. You're proving my point right now, bro. Like, come on.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. What she said was facts. It might have not applied to her, but it was facts. Okay, if the
We gonna
person
when we get there, we gonna get there.
didn't win, shit was fucking. It's all right, man. I feel like, man, everybody worked their ass off.
They did. So let's
And
so who do we call? I believe that I said that out of the performances, I chose J Taj, Detroit Diamond, Jasmine and X, and Dre TL. Those are my picks.
right, and I said no. It's gonna be Sarah. I said it's gonna be J Taj, Dre TL, um, Jazz with an X, and Sarah Ali. Right?
No, you said the same thing as me, according to Tone.
No, because I said Sarah Ali's gonna stay because they said something that made me say that. They said that it's going based off the competition so far. That's what we got to go based on, like as a whole. And I'm like, if that's the case, although we gave Jazz with the next performance of the night, the judges said because you messed up earlier in the competition, this
They didn't say
performance.
that to her.
But listen, I'm saying that's the logic that made her go home that episode. Why else
It's
would she?
definitely not the logic. I don't think that's the logic at all. I think that it's very weird. Here's the thing. When they
Why
talked
would she go? Why
about
would she go home if she had the performance of the night? Like that's what I'm confused about.
but we said she had the performance of the night. I don't think that they thought that. They thought that J Taj, they went back, they saw J Taj, Dre TL, and I think I don't want to say Sarah Ali and
No,
Mariba, but it's possible.
no, it was no. I don't know. Well, I think it's because when Sarah Ali defended her point of where she came from, and they was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
that's
expect
yeah,
it."
that's what yeah.
I get you now.
But
It, that,
still going back
it,
and forth with Ludacris is crazy, bro. Like he's the one that's been in the business way longer than you. How yeah, you can defend your creativity and all, but that's crazy. Like I'm telling you that the song was not where you were at, and this is not your song. It doesn't matter. It's not your song. It's somebody else's song. And you came on here and decided that you were going to completely disregard the lyrics and what it meant and do whatever. I think that here's the thing, all the judges have been lying. If I could put the lies gif up here right now, I would. They've been lying the whole season, lying. Literally told Sarah Ali they've heard it before passing her through to this round to begin with. Are you crazy? How can you literally said, I've seen this before, but yeah, I'm gonna let you through. That's come on, bro.
so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really expect Sarah Ali to stay until I heard that. And then I was like, the only person up there that messed up at all is Jazz with an X because they had to do the freestyle or whatever.
But then Detroit Diamond have a I feel like she had a mishap too.
I can't think of any. They loved her from the beginning. They loved Detroit Diamond. And then when they went to Detroit, they ate her up.
Yeah, they did eat her up.
So it's like, I see why she stayed is because the markability. Like Dre TL's the markability. J Taj, he's polished. They don't have to do too much. He's gonna recoup them their money quick.
I mean, I just feel like overall the judges been lying their asses off. That's my stance. Yeah, they've been lying. There are a lot of people who got cut who should have stayed, and I don't even know where that part of my notes is because I got some people that should have definitely gone. Like Sarah could have.
They was going with the person who they could sell today, right now, get them signed today, right now.
And you don't think that Jazz with an X would have been to get a compliment?
But my thing, Jazz with an X is so unique and raw of a rapper that they feel she could probably do it on her own, right?
Listen, not you. They said last episode, right before last, that she reminded them of Missy.
Right.
How do you send somebody home that reminds you of Missy when she clearly leveled up the next episode?
No disrespect to Missy, she's a legend. But how many people in their 20s are listening to Missy Elliott records right now?
I mean, there might be some.
There are some, I'm sure.
I just feel like when we're talking about people who deserve to be in the top
mainstream media right now, that's what I'm thinking about, because I'm thinking about it like more of a broader view. It's like, do I go with the person who I got to put more work into to get their music out, or the person who I could sell right now, make a quick buck on? Excuse me.
I'm just not. It ain't really rock, and I felt like Sarah Ali just got attitude. Where if I was a producer, there's no way I want to work with Shorty, bro. Like it just. But anyways, so nonetheless, unfortunately, Jazz with an X went home. Dre TL, Sarah, Detroit Diamond, and J Taj were the finalists that went through. And so we have them basically going into the finale. And you know, this is interesting because remember, season 1, they did music videos as a challenge. So they definitely did not.
No. Well, people don't watch music videos. That's why.
That's crazy. That's a lie. We definitely watch music videos. Definitely watch music videos. I mean, certain people's music videos, but nonetheless, music videos get watched.
Right. But
so
if we think about it, most music today is streamed via some type of media platform, whether it's Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like the music videos don't really get the play unless you're a true fan and you go look for the video. But for the most part, we having it on added songs to our playlist. Excuse me.
Bless you. You got the sneezies over there.
Right.
I just, for me, it is the judges should have been honest. I will say that about season one, right? That
T.I.
the
done went
judges, Ti was brutal, Chance was brutal. You know what I'm saying? When that dude came on the stage to audition, and he was like, "Murder, murder, 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 murder." Yo, Chance was like, "I think you got to be careful with using certain phrases constantly," and you can see his hesitation because he didn't want to say it the wrong way, but nonetheless he said that ish, right? So for me, it's like, just because you can't grow as an artist if people there's no way. All the criticisms that they got last season, and you trying to tell me that there was minimal criticism compared to last season on this season for sure, and these people are not nearly as good.
I don't think it was there wasn't any criticisms. I feel that they went into it not wanting to break these artists' spirit and want them to keep pushing, keep going. They don't want them to give up on their craft.
You can do that.
They don't want to.
You can't do that lying, bro.
Fuck Ludacris, fuck Lotto, fuck DJ Khaled. They don't want.
No,
that.
but Luda said that early on, did he not? He said, "Hey, listen, bro. If you turn around and make a diss record and then it slams and it hits and you saying F Luda, F Lotto, like, that's cool, but keep going, keep pushing, but just know that this is something you need to work on." That's truth, right? Because if you literally are out here building a computer and every computer you build, it don't turn on, and somebody's like, "You know what, keep going, like it'll be fine." Like, no, bro, fix it and fix it now. Figure out where the power button went, because you discombobulated it and it needs to be fixed. Like, do something better, okay? Like, do something better. So
what'd you think? They should give up on rapping because they lost?
No, I don't. And that's my thing. I don't think that they should give up on rap. I just think that you need honest feedback. If you don't get honest feedback, then
they wasn't just beating people down. They was building them up as well. So it's like
they was building them up, but there was something like, "Oh, this is perfect." Like, "Oh, like I mean, I'm mind blown. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's like prime example, Sarah Ali. This was a great performance. Da da da. And then you say, "I've seen it before." What? That's not hello. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? It's just mad. It's mad weird energy, but it is what it is. And I also want to point out the fact that in this episode that we're talking about, episode 9, they end up leaving the 2 women at the end to choose from, which was trash. That's garbage. You have 3 men and 2 women. You could have said J Taj, Sarah Ali, Draciel or Detroit Drummond, and then let Draciel and Jazz with an X go against each other, or whoever. But the fact that they put Sarah Ali against Jazz with an X was trash for me, because I just don't think that I just don't think they
on that day Sarah Ali didn't deserve it. I'm not gonna lie. On that day, Jazz with an X outperformed her, outclassed her in that field. I'm not gonna lie. However, if you think about it from the perspective of what they're looking for, the cookie cutter image that they're going for,
but Sarah is not even a cookie cutter image either. Who does she remind you of? Bro, she remind me of Remy and Rod Digger. How many of Remy's and Rod Diggers do we have? Let's be honest. Come on now, stop playing with me. How many of those do we have right now? Who is listening to Rod Digger and Remy? And not saying that they're not being listened to, but I'm just saying, like,
Remy being listened to right now. Remy will forever be listened to, I feel like, by anybody who listen to women rappers. Like,
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm saying if they put out an album right now, right? I'm just saying
that there's an album right now, that's shit going up.
It's probably gonna go up. Bad example, but what I'm saying
If
is
I didn't put out
she
an
only
album
fit
right
into a
now,
small.
it probably won't go up because that's out they ear range. You feel
But
me?
she don't. But that's what I'm.
He
She
came
does not
home
fit
and
a
he
very big box. She fits a small box. She fits a small. But Sarah fits a small box, and I don't feel like she's personable, bro. You see
right.
anybody? Do you see Sarah getting big and somebody run up to her and ask her for an autograph? She's definitely gonna punch you in the face, bro.
She's not.
She's definitely punching you in the face, bro.
I feel like she'll embrace a fan. But
Absolutely not.
I
At,
do feel
for
like
somebody who walks around like this, listen, she got a gun or a knife under here or something while
I
she's
do
holding
feel
the
like
mic.
aggressive fans would probably get punched in the face. She will be in the tabloids a lot for punching an aggressive fan in the face. I feel like
She'll
one of
punch.
those
She
fans
will.
that don't take no
Yo,
for.
she will punch Pee Wee Herman in the face, bro. I don't care who you are. She's just Mr. Rogers. She's punching him in the face because he
No,
said,
she's not right. You dragging her right now. Like
"All
why?
right, I'm gonna let her live. I'm
You
gonna let
like
her live."
her. Like
I'm
listen, yeah, she's in a competition. She's emotional. You got
emotional.
it got to, you know.
What part of she was angry the whole time? All right, let's go. Moving on, bro. The finale.
She was
We
in
have Jace.
she was in hunger mode. She was like, "Yeah, this is mine. This is
She was
mine.
in Hunger Games. You mean?
This is mine." She was like, "I'm eating everything, leaving no crumbs. Yeah, this is mine. This is
Yeah,
mine."
she was in Hunger Games, and she was the
Thank you,
ones who
Rob.
were
Look,
willing to sacrifice
listen,
their
I'm
siblings to win.
listen. Anger is an emotion. So when I
I
say
know it is.
listen, it's okay.
I
But
know. I know it is.
but I just want to say congratulations to the final four, man. Because
To
yeah,
the final four.
listen, that was amazing how everyone like approached the same thought. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't. It's either someone stole so either they was talking together and it was like, oh, I can't let them outdo me, or was it like oh, everyone just had this bigger picture in their head about what they wanted to do? Because I feel the only one who had a complete uh visual for this for the final four was Dre TL. I'm not gonna lie.
I will agree with that. So before we go any further, let's tell the people who we chose, and we asked them to make their choices as well. I chose Dre TL to win Rhythm and Flow season 2,
Yeah,
and
I think I chose J Taj.
you chose J-Taj. J-Taj. So J-Taj was first up on the docket. We had him with Make Me, produced by 30 Rock. It was pretty simple. He seemed like he worked with 30 Rock pretty well.
Yeah,
I think that it was a J-Taj production. You feel me? Like he doesn't like
don't miss.
he don't miss. He's like Lotto said, he's well polished,
Mhm.
right? He knows what he's doing.
Right.
And he continues to give his best foot forward, like for sure. So it's like I don't have any complaints. I wanted some like bang factor, and I believe he did do a 2-piece, right? So like I think all of them started doing that, which kind of got
Yeah.
overwhelming to be quite honest. But he
Honestly, but
did.
the thing with his performance, it was consistent, but it didn't take me to that next level with J Todd.
It didn't climax. There
Yeah,
was no like there was no peak.
there was nowhere but we reached the
And
climb.
listen,
And
it
when
was
it
none
did,
of that.
I guess it did climax at one point, but the climax was so low that it didn't really take us anywhere too far. Like we was like here, and then he went here. You feel me? I thought he was gonna take me here. You feel me? Like it
Hmm.
was there. Actually, we was like here. He took us here. There we go. That's more accurate.
That's more accurate. Yeah, I will agree with you. Scale of 1 to 5. I gave him a 3.5. It's it's a classic. It flows. It looks like a well produced production, right?
Yeah,
It looked like something. If he was opening for somebody at Coachella or Broccoli City Fest, like you wouldn't have an issue with it. You'd be like, that's a great performance. You know what I mean? Like, cool. He also used that in there, right? When Ludacris said, I'm on the fence of whether or not this is good or great. He implemented that inside of
that's a fact. That
his
was.
finale song.
I gave him a
So
3.
yeah, so
I,
that was dope. All right, so
yeah.
we're not too far apart. So up next we got Detroit Diamond with Cheat Code. Um, she was produced by Bangladesh, and they had a little bit of,
Uh, I didn't like Bangladesh's like attitude towards her.
mm-hmm,
Like you're supposed to meet in the middle. So I feel like even when it comes down to Detroit Diamond song, like what's the name of the song again?
the
Cheat
song
Code.
was Cheat Code.
Cheat Code, right? So with the song Cheat Code, I feel like it was only birthed due to him being unwilling to be flexible with her,
With her, yeah.
you know? And I can understand that. Like as a artist, you want something to be new, be fresh. You wouldn't she had something pre-written. I get it. But I still feel like what she gave us in that performance was definitely marketable for today. But that second part where she was going in,
The
I feel like
second, the
that was
drop, yeah.
yeah, I feel like that was her original song
Mm-hmm.
that she wanted him to do, but he didn't want to do it at first. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I feel like there probably was a compromise at the end, but at the end of the day, if she would have did that second joint just
First
period,
all the way through, yeah.
that would have been crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. I definitely agree with you on that. I don't really have anything to add. I feel like you said, the second part of the song was definitely the drop. She could have did that the whole way through, and it would have been fire. Visuals were really good. It was who she was, who she's been the entire time throughout the competition. So I agree with that. I gave her a 3.5 as well. I just felt like it was a good performance, but I wanted it to be greater. I wanted that it factor, and it didn't like happen for me.
I ain't gonna front.
Um,
Had a 3
yeah.
again. Another 3. I would
Okay.
because I ain't gonna front. She might get it that 0.5 for me because that second half, like I said, was fire. Like so, it might be 3.5. She edged on J Taj because he ain't take me nowhere fast. It's all right.
Right. And then we have Sarah Ali, titled Suit True, by Derek Milano. She definitely has some friction with Derek Milano, because she got friction with everybody at this point. Um, what were you thinking?
So with Sarah Ali, I really liked her visuals. I like the
The street
Ali.
signs, right? The
Yeah,
Ali, yeah.
yeah. Ali. I like the boxing robe that she put on.
You said you liked it. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was fire. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it was that fire, but it was nice though. But I did like the visuals a lot. I feel like the song she gave just enough that it wasn't like the same exact performance that we've been getting.
hmm
But I think she gave just a little bit more, only because she was able to add more to her performance.
hmm
So it gave kind of more of a well-rounded view of like what she can do. But yeah, what do you think of
and
her song?
and what Tone said it wasn't the producer, actually. It was the creative director, which makes sense, because in the last episode she did have an issue with the creative director, which was Jamel Williams, trying to get
Oh
her
yeah,
to use the stage more and get her to flow more, when she was like, I ain't doing it, that's not me, whatever.
right.
I think that overall the performance, I don't know, it was cool. It was
Yeah,
cool. I don't find like anything was wrong with it. I think that she did like 3 drops, if I'm not mistaken. Like the one song, the 2 songs. I think it was too much for me. I feel like you need to keep my attention. I noticed that the crowd kind of went a little in between those dips, and so for me, I feel like keep it to the two. Right, when you are, especially when, as a new artist, people who don't know you, they're trying to keep up with you. They want your attention captured. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the same thing Jay Taj did. Like she didn't leave anything that was impressionable enough to remember. Besides, that was a good performance. The
yeah,
visual, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like that's all I swear that's all I remember. I can't tell you a lyric she said, but I know the
yeah,
visuals was fire.
yeah. I will agree. I will agree. Last but not least, we got Dre TL and
Him and
ooh,
Hitmaker.
yes, him and
Bird.
Hitmaker. The
I ain't gonna.
song titled
You said
Nobody.
him perfect. I ain't gonna lie. They
You
set him.
said,
They set Dre TL up perfectly. Put him on with Hitmaker. That's what
mm.
they do. I ain't gonna lie. They had bumped heads too though, and that was
Yeah,
crazy.
they bumped heads. Yeah, they bumped heads a lot because he was definitely like, and I think that it was unnecessary because Hitmaker as a producer, when the artist is coming to you, and um, especially when we're talking about things that are important to us, he's living the life, which is something that Khaled mentioned when they gave him his feedback. Right, he's living the life. His parents are incarcerated. He's like, I want my mom's call recorded on the line. I think that we've heard plenty of artists that have, like, Drake did that, Kendrick did that, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like it hasn't been done before. I think that I was a little skeptical about placement because I didn't realize he was putting it in the middle of the song, but it actually worked fine and it
And
really flowed.
I feel like for what they were saying to him wasn't wrong. It's just not what he wanted, and
Yeah,
respect that because for playing it through like speakers and radios and things like that, I get the placement of where they wanted to put the mom's phone call, you know, because when
hmm,
you in a club and you turning up, you don't want to hear mommy on the phone right now. You feel
that's
me?
true.
Unless you in like a lounge or something, then you let the song play out. But like this is they think about the right now, the turn up people, the people that's out spending money on bottles for no reason. You know what I mean? The people who
Right.
that's the people that's their audience.
No,
So
I agree, but I love that he literally
he stuck to
he stuck to his guns, and I really think that
performance wise. I feel like that was the perfect placement for it in the performance.
yeah,
It gives him a break. It gives him a chance to catch his breath. He can then go back into it with all the energy that he needs to keep the
right.
performance up. You know, and I feel like he definitely delivered on that, which
Yeah,
is
I agree.
crazy because like thinking back, like I was really skeptical about Dre TL, man. Like I knew he had some catchy hooks, but I was like, all right, how long they gonna let this rock? But then he
Drake,
showed up. Then he showed up again. And I'm like,
he
oh,
did show up.
he keeps showing up.
He did. I'm not gonna lie. I think that if anything I could have changed, I would have liked to change his wardrobe just a little bit more. I feel like
Yeah,
it was just a tad bit cheesy compared to what everybody else did. I just felt like
that was just his style, though.
yeah, probably it's possible.
I think that's just his style.
It's
Like I don't
possible.
think, yeah,
Yeah. So basically, this is the end of the episode, right? They go into having everybody line up, giving people their flowers, letting them know, like, hey, we're getting ready to say who isn't, and go down to all the ones, and then go down to who is. And up first, who gets eliminated is Detroit Diamond, if I
listen,
remember correctly.
yes, yes.
Um, so
And
Detroit
I'm not
Diamond,
gonna lie, I did not expect it to be down to who it was down to.
uh,
Like,
I did, but I was just thinking they would have done it differently, right? because to knock down, again, this goes back to like how it looks like, perception. Putting Sarah and Detroit Diamond against each other, or dismissing them first, was just kind of crazy to me. And I was just like, you knew that Jay Taj wasn't gonna stay. You could have easily did Detroit Diamond, then you could have did Jay
Jay,
Taj, then you could have did Sarah Ali, leading to the winner, which is JTL.
right?
um
And I feel if it would have happened that way, that Sarah Ali would have probably handled it differently. Coming in,
Either way, she should have just handled it like an adult and not like a sore loser, because I mean, but it's very possible. So essentially, in her line in the finale, she basically says, if I don't win, then it's then I've been cheated, or something along those lines. And she goes on to, after they just, they call her name, she goes on to tell them, like,
you ain't hit my balls. You
like
ain't
I
hit what
said,
I
if
said.
I ain't win, this was cheat, this was cheater. And I'm like, again, like, to me, sore losing is not cool. It's
Yeah,
trash.
that's a fact.
DJ Khaled literally was like, yo,
Yoshi,
but we showed her love.
listen, at least Yoshi crashed out in the back. Cause damn.
Yeah. I just feel like you on national television, hold your emotions together, because what you do right now definitely impacts your tomorrows, especially in this industry, because whoever the
I
biggest of
wish
the biggest.
I wish they would have put Sarah Ali versus Detroit Diamond and put Dono versus homie that battled uh what's her name? Sarah Ali. There we go. I forget it.
Um, who battled Sorali?
Hmm. Uh, I could go back. Hold on, let me check. Let me check.
C4.
C4. Yes, I wish C4 would have battled Dono. So Dono could have still been in it. And
Donald, yes.
men could have beat Sarah Ali.
Yeah.
And then it would have been a completely different finale.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. The people that I feel like I can't, so definitely Jazz with an X. Still, yes, absolutely. Sarah against Donald would have definitely demolished. C4 against Detroit Diamond, Diamond would have demolished. I think that Honey Gold Tia P still would have went down the same way. I don't know if I would have put maybe Tia P against Yoshi Vintage, but
Nah, I would have
nah.
kept it the same way. I would
Yeah, I
have
would
kept
have kept it as is. Yoshi
because if
Vintage,
that was the
Yoshi,
case, then Yoshi would have went home. Probably.
yeah, probably versus Boondook, and
Versus
then Honey.
Duke.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like those are the changes I would have made. Donna would have still been here.
Would have put
Uh,
more women on women, unfortunately, but that was the case. I just had a lot of women MCs
yeah,
and put them
yeah,
in men, and they would have battled it out. They could have still did Yoshi versus Boone Duke to keep that. I mean, but for the most
hmm
part, that's where it should have been. If they really wanted the rapper to win, like the rapper, you know.
yeah. I agree. So, uh, Sarah Ali did not take her L
Well, yeah,
well at all. She did not, bow out gracefully, which is trash.
yeah.
But
I
it's
leave it
not
alone.
like I didn't expect anything less,
Take
quite
your time on
frankly.
her. Take your time on her. Take your time on her. She's growing. She's learning. She's a young.
Listen,
You got to give her grace. We got to give our young black women grace.
yes, give grace, give grace, give
Yes.
grace.
Take your time. It's
I
okay.
just think that you have to be careful when you're on national television like this and you are still wanting to have the career that you have after this show is done, right? Because
That's one thing. She did not think about the repercussions of her actions.
hmm
Now she's left a bad taste in these three famous people's mouths who can either could have been like a olive branch or like some type of elevation tool outside of the show.
right,
You know
right,
what And also people see how you react to criticism. They're not going to want to work with you
hmm
if they feel you're not flexible. And then
yeah,
you now have to prove to people that you are flexible, which is crazy because it's like you're gonna always be having to prove yourself, and who wants to go through that?
Yeah,
Dang.
I agree with that. But as we see, JTL wins. So after Sarah Ali gets sent home, then J
Yeah.
Taj is sent home. Yeah. So it's definitely. I listen. I love that for him, honestly. And one of the thing that I said, particularly for me, what stood out was I said that because they kept calling J Taj polished, I think that they believe that Dre TL just needs this a lot more than J Taj does. And I think that J Taj will continue to have an amazing career because he has been graceful this entire time. I don't see a reason why the judges
What
wouldn't like,
mess with him outside of there?
yeah,
This ain't the last you're gonna see J Taj.
yeah, I agree
I
with
feel
that.
like J Taj is gonna be on a DJ Khaled album somewhere.
As he should though. I mean, quite frankly, they could rock that Lucky Day featuring J Taj, you know what I'm saying, as well. So
It's a fact. And hopefully he did cultivate a good relationship with the people in the that he did interact with. Knowing him, he
yeah.
is polished. He knows how to mingle. I'm pretty sure he knows how to network.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But do you agree? Do you think that somebody else should have won? Do you think that somebody else should have stayed or replaced the top five
So
or the top four? What
so
do you think?
I
Let us know your thoughts in the
for
comments.
my personal versus my broader view, my personal, I feel like it was so underwhelming of a season that I didn't care who won.
Mm,
Uh but if I must be honest, I do feel like we didn't get the best of the best at the end, you know?
yeah.
And that's what really sucks because I thought this was about being an MC, not just being a marketable artist.
Yeah. I wish that I mean
Because
again the
that's what the
bars.
season was about. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, nigga, what the fuck is that? That shit whack. That's what Chance
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
on this season.
Listen, give me old man Saxon.
Yeah, come on. He would have walked. He old now.
Like, come on, man. It just to me, it just I again, like I said, I wanted the bars, I
Mhm.
wanted the wordplay, I wanted all of that, and I don't think that we got it this season at all. I just don't feel like it really lived up to the hype. People were waiting for this show to come back. Once
I'm
I
not
saw
going
season
front
one,
though. I'm not going front though. I'm not going front. Dre TL did have some bars, especially in that last one, like in the finale. I was
oh
like,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
he came correct, but I feel that because this is his story. How else are you
Mm-hmm.
gonna come?
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
But let us know in the comments, man. What y'all think? Who y'all think should have won? Do y'all think Dre TL should have won? Are y'all happy Dre TL? Listen, are y'all looking for Dre TL music? Are y'all looking forward to it? I'm gonna look it up after this episode. I ain't gonna lie to you. But congratulations, Dre TL.
Congratulations, JTL. We're rooting for you. Definitely love that you have done everything to get yourself to this point. And prayers because, obviously you're going through a lot and anything, listen, a road that grew from concrete for sure. So
Right.
yeah. So you know where to find us. We here on Big Go Belt Media, and you can catch us on our next review. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. We got some things coming. Can't
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
y'all all the secrets just yet, but again, you know where to find us. So until next time, peace.
Ridiculous.